G'day folks, Andy here from McDowall Manor. But the council's talking about coming along and putting a concrete strip up the centre here for people to walk on. A concrete footpath, which will be great because the rules have changed over here, and that will allow me to vegetate the rest of the footpath however the heck I want. So once council does that, we'll put a veggie patch out the front here. Alright, well, I did get said verge garden in. Now, it's not growing wonderfully well. My soil's pretty crap, and obviously the rules over here are we can't build up, so I couldn't do a really raised bed. I've left that so I can pull even the edging out when I get in trouble, because I will. So yep, that's one I can tick off as achieved. Woohoo! So we're over at the quails. As you know, it's a series of cages, sort of one stood on the other and one beside them. The problem I've got is I really can't get under that bottom cage without moving everything, and it's a real pain. So what's going to happen is this is all going to be completely rebuilt. Quailtropolis, the new Quailtropolis for the new quail corner. I'm actually half tempted to start and pot and sell plants. So I didn't end up selling any plants. Having said that, I did build a bench just out here near where compost corner, and you will have seen over the year I did raise a number of things that I really wanted to raise, not the least of which was my very successful cuttings from the grape. 4 out of 5 of those worked, so that's fantastic. You can see I'm still growing stuff that I use, or otherwise it's stuff that I give away to my mates. So I've got some pigeon pea there. I'll probably give that either to Uncle Marky at Bridgman Downs or Paul up at Kilcoy. Those palms there are foxtail palms. They're actually quite an expensive palm. I grew them from seed. So you never know, you know, to be honest, I'm not really interested in selling stuff, but things like those palms that I just come across, maybe this year I might sell some, who knows. The stuff on the end there, that stuff I'm going to eat. That's for me, for the aquaponics. The other major thing I want to do is decrease my reliance on brought in foods that I buy for the animals. So that'll be another focus this year, will be I'll definitely come up with something that the fish will eat. I do need to find another food source for them. Probably what I'll do is when this lot of commercial food finishes up, we'll move them to the duckweed or the water fern, depending on which one they'll eat, and I reckon eventually they'll get hungry enough the buggers will eat it. Now the chickens love that kangkong. So I do actually feed a fair bit of that to them because they do like it. What I'm going to do is hang from up high. I'll do a maggot or a black soldier fly dispenser. So I'm at the Quailtropolis, and you can see there's some green in there. I am continuing to try to get these quails to eat the green. They're not real keen. Interestingly, they preferred duckweed to the water fern, I've noticed, but I mixed the two together, so that ain't going to happen. That's the new 3 quails. They're on the top shelf with an old one from the bottom shelf. Now I'm just having a look in here in the fish tank. I threw some duckweed in, not duckweed, water fern in, probably only about 10 minutes ago. They've eaten the water fern. But you can see they've left all the little tiny duckweed. They clearly don't like the duckweed. Maybe they will take to the water fern. Some of it's a timing issue, I think. I've started now, it's summer, because they eat like bloody pigs in summer, the buggers. And every time they see me, usually they're sticking their heads out the water. They mustn't be very hungry after the water fern. So yeah, maybe that's going to be a hit. I'll report back on that one over the year as it goes along. Yeah, it's promising, it's promising. And the final project, and it'll be a biggie, will be to try and seal the chook house. Because as you know, I've got continuing rat debacles. That's the chicken pen. That's not a chicken, that's Killer. Killer's here on holidays with his wife over there, Bella. Killer and Bella, look at them. Cute as buttons. My boys love them. Anyway, sorry. A little bit distracted there, Andy. I have not fixed the chicken pen. Roddy put a garden in along the front. I've done some running repairs. So the veranda fell off and I put much bigger posts under that front veranda. I just used little bloody stakes and they eventually rotted out and fell over. The approach I ended up taking with the rats, as you probably recall, because that was my big issue, was I wanted to keep the rats out, has been to use baits and bait stations, transfer stations and traps. I'll give you a look on the other side. Another one just sitting in the garden. That's where I know they tend to walk up and down through there. Now that's been largely successful. I'll give you a look at the front of the aquaponics and you'll realise how I know. So you can see the aquaponics is absolutely bloody booming. It's really, now that summer's come, it's really going well. Thank goodness. The fruit flies have been kept away, so we've got tomatoes. I've swung you around onto a cherry tomato. You can see there's lots of tomatoes. That vine's nearly finished, so he'll come out soon. I'm just waiting to get the last of the toms off him. And so it's been another year of learning, of dealing with unexpected things and doing what we do. It's what keeps it all fresh and interesting, I guess. I'll bung up another clip early in the new year on what our plans are for the coming year. And until then, thanks very much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you've been provided with some amusement. Oh, that little guy just ate poop. Oh, man. And what would have been a very cute ending to the clip has just become rather disgusting. Alright, folks. I'll see you in the new year, hey?